Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you come across this video, thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I love you guys so much. I really do. I love you so much. Thank you for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Everyone who is booking, making purchases off the website, sending things to the P.O. Box, pledges to the Patreon, tipping the Clarista, what else is there? Purchases off the wish list. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Today is a full moon. Full moon in Taurus. Lovely. So a very grounding energy, hopefully. But I've got to tell you, I'm picking up on a uh, a sneaky energy, a sneaky little bit of energy here. Okay, it's like very um this energy is like somebody, it's like reminding me of like a pickpocket, right? Somebody that would like come through and like take something out of your wallet out of your pockets and you wouldn't even realize. You know what I mean? That's what this energy feels like. Just very sneaky, very nonchalant in a way, okay? But let's see. Let's see what it is that you need to know here about this, or if that's relevant to you, or you know, maybe this energy is not affecting you or coming towards you. I don't know. But anyways, I can sense it. All right, let's see. Let's see what it is that you need to know today for this beautiful full moon. I hope that it's a beautiful day where you are. It's kind of yucky and rainy and cold here, but hello everyone. I love you guys. All right, here we go. What does the collective need to know? Look, surrender to the divine, full moon. But it doesn't even, it's just, yeah, and on this full moon, we've got the surrender to the divine here. Your commitment is being tested. Okay, let's see. We've been talking about major surrender, haven't we? Like coming up to this, like over the last, there's been some readings here talking about surrendering here. Excuse me. The answers you need are coming. Your hard work is paying off. So there may be an energy of like striving that might be leaving here. We've got luck is on your side. The energy is gaining momentum here. One more. Yeah. Okay. Be bold and make the first move. Interesting. Oh, two more. Okay. Your dreams need a practical plan. We'll see. Okay. Come here, Bobby. Come on up. Come here, pumpkin. Climb on up here with Momo. I love you, cutie. Okay, your hard work is paying off. Show the world the real you. The answers you need are coming. Okay. Okay, surrender to the divine, be bold, and make the first move here. Okay, so I feel like with that be bold and make the first move, it really could be the divine may have shown you some sort of plan, or like another part of the blueprint here. Okay, and for some reason, for some of you, you could be kind of like waiting on like something to kind of happen with that. I don't know. I feel like with this be bold and make the first move here, it really feels like yeah, we have believe in the impossible. It really feels like this is something I feel like I picked it up on this in a different reading I did yesterday, where it's like Like the divine is kind of like given you, I don't know, like some, like I said, like it could have been like a vision, or it could have been an idea or an inspiration or something. I just feel like there's like an energy of like you stepping out on something that maybe, maybe was some sort of guidance or something, or this is kind of like an energy of like, okay, yeah, it's like the divine like giving you some sort of idea, or and it could come through a person, right? It doesn't always have to come through intuition here. But it's like there could be something that I feel like you are holding back from in some type of way, or but it's like this energy of like if you take a step out on this, or you take some sort of leap of faith towards this, right? This is actually, I feel like there is like this surrender to the divine with that, but also like you will be supported with this as well. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, um, say for instance, you're being guided to let go of something, or you're being guided to do something in particular, right? And there's like this energy of, yeah, now followed up with these next two here. There's like this energy of like, I don't know how that's going to work, or I don't know, it's like, I feel like you're trying to, like your logical mind is trying to make sense of something, or maybe even like projecting some sort of like, problems or issues or just uncertainties onto this timeline, or you know what I mean, something like that. But it's like your logical mind is kind of interfering with, especially with this believe in the impossible at the bottom of the deck. It's almost like this energy of, you know, um, you may be encouraged to kind of, like I said, like do something, or I also heard like start over, so I don't know what that would mean for some of you in some instances, but like it may feel like a starting over for you, or there's like I don't know, it feels like something here, but your logical mind, your is trying to understand, and it's like no, 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 scratch that, scratch that. Today is actually just, will you just listen? It's the energy that's coming through, like will you just listen? Don't try to make sense of this shit, just fucking do it. Don't try to make sense of it, just do it. Just take this first step, okay? This logic or whatever that you're trying to hold on to. And I'm not telling you to throw all your logic out the window, because it's valuable too, right? It makes sense. We are on this earthly plane where like sometimes logic is necessary, but we are coming into a timeline where logic is almost like obsolete, right? Like as far as like the reality of the world being really more so magic than anything. So, and again, these are my own beliefs. You don't have to believe this stuff, but there is a situation where it's like, maybe you've been a little bit stubborn about it, because again, there's like this fear here a little bit, right? But you've got to know that, like, I feel like you have been working really hard on yourself here. Okay. And so it's almost like, it feels like it's like your time in some sense of, that phrase, right? Like, in some type of way, and you've worked really hard, and you've like aligned yourself to something, right? Like, but it's like, again, you are having a hard time understanding how you're going to get from point A to point B, and the divine's like, will you just fucking do it, because I've already like really energetically brought you from point A to point Z, but you can't see that, from this place of logic. So just do what I told you. Just do what I said. It's what this energy feels like. Because, yeah, believe in the impossible and step out of your comfort zone. Okay, you're ending a tough cycle, and so that the thoughts and things like that that could be occurring, right, are ones that were developed, these beliefs or whatever, this logic and stuff. It was developed during this tough cycle, right? But you're coming out of this tough cycle. Those rules um, don't apply here. Okay, like you're in a different time. I heard time zone. Interesting. But there's something about like old rules not applying, and so yeah. um yeah, so I feel like it's like, would you just listen? I don't know if that's for. So, yeah, if you are feeling, like this is for you, I please, 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 please take that leap of faith, okay? And whatever it looks like for you, literally some like I'm picking up on somebody who is wanting to start working on their physical health, but they're terrified to go into a gym because it's like a new environment, or they don't know what they're doing. And I understand that. I totally get that. But it's almost like, but do you not understand the capabilities that you have to create the necessary resources? Like, who knows? You get to that gym. First of all, there may be some sort of new sexy bae there, okay? And second of all, maybe there's somebody there that is, that God has there, and He's going to move through this person to help get you on the right track in this journey that you want. That's just a very like specific example, but it's like, do it. Okay, like I don't know, it's like there's like this energy of like you're limiting what God can do for you because you're afraid to step out of this comfort zone. And we talked about this. I feel like it's been maybe like, I feel like I'm talking about a very similar message that maybe came out like about a year ago. So yeah, don't put limitations on God because you're afraid of what I mean? You're nervous, or you're afraid, or it doesn't make sense, or like it doesn't, logic says blah blah blah, right? God's like, logic says blah blah blah. Yeah. Like I just some of you, this maybe has been going on for a little bit, where it's like this back and forth, like kind of banter with God, source of divine, your guides, and it's like, yeah, but what if this, and what if this, and I feel like they're at a point where like, what if this, and what if this, right? Like, do you not trust me? I get it. I totally get it. Okay, let's see. Let's see what else we need to know. So that'll be really good energy. You know what I mean? For this full moon is like looking at that, that logic, or whatever it is, whatever voice it is in your mind, or whatever fear or programming it is in your mind that's keeping you from, moving forward. I feel like this full moon is helping to like, kind of remove that. And then I feel like too, is this full moon in Taurus? That's what I heard, or that's what I saw somewhere. That's an energy of, yes, thank you, Tanya. That's an earth sign. So yeah, there's something that's wanting to be kind of brought to life here, it feels like. Because whenever I think about earth signs, I think about the pentacles, which is something here in the physical. And so it's something that's wanting to be brought to life. And I feel like this full moon is closing out things that are keeping you from, just going for it. You know what I mean? Just go for it. I don't I don't know who this is for, but just yeah, look, Nine of Swords. Just go for it quick and in a hurry and fucking do it fast. You know, no, take your time. But, yeah, look, we have the Judgment with the Five of Cups, okay? So it could be a situation that is possibly, I don't want to say it's similar because, again, I feel like a lot of you are in a new timeline where like the rules are not the same and experiences are not going to be the same, right? But something may look very similar to the old timeline, okay? And in that situation, you could have been put in a position where you were kind of like maybe left out, or something didn't work out the way that you thought, or, this could have been like maybe when you were younger, right? You were in that energy of like, I'm going to leap and the universe is going to catch me. And for whatever reason, you didn't get caught or something, you know what I mean? Like, or I don't want to say that because you always were caught, but I feel like it's like it didn't turn out how you had planned. And so that may be part of this too, is like, will you just also just release how you feel like this is going to go, but know that we have your back, right? The timeline is not the same. The rules are not the same. The way you view yourself and your value is not the same. Your state of consciousness and your vibration and your frequency are not the same. So what you are attracting and what you are doing is different. Your experience is different. Okay? So it may be if you feel like you're still kind of like holding on to the fear of something like that, like kind of recreating in the past, check with that. You know what I mean? Check with that fear so that you can release that situation. And maybe like try to understand it. You know what I mean? Excuse me, from a so you can like see that like you have this incredible wisdom now, right? And so you're able to look at certain situations and understand them. And I feel like you oftentimes do this with other people, but sometimes we have to go back and understand why God did what, or the divine did, or the universe did, or, why we experienced what we experienced in the past, so that we can let those experiences go in order to open ourselves to receive new experiences. Because if you have this programming that says that nothing is going to work out for you, it won't. It won't. But the thing is I feel like you've done a lot of work in order to release this programming. And so maybe this full moon is kind of like really pushing this out of your, experience, because it's time. It's time for things to just fucking work out for you. You know what I mean? Yeah, Judgment with the Lovers here. This makes me feel like, especially on that Lovers card, notice how she's hugging a bird. It's like you are very connected to the divine, right? Your guidance is valid and it is real, and so is your intuition. And so that could be too a little bit of like doubting yourself and your capabilities. Stop that, Look with the Chariot and the Justice. Do I need to say anything else Do I need to say anything else? Okay, the Chariot is moving on something. It's moving forward. It may require some discipline with both the Chariot and the Knight of Swords here. It may require discipline. It may require, a little bit of obedience and things like that. But moving forward on this, and this Chariot in this deck is a snail. So, um, you know, uh, it's not to say that you necessarily have to move very quickly, but I feel like things are going to move very quickly for you. But yeah, with the Justice, like that, that is so self-explanatory, right? If you make this move, you do this, right? This is bringing in justice for you, okay, in some type of way. And this justice could literally just be like balancing things out in your own life, in your own experience here. Okay, it could literally just be balancing out this experience from the past that left you feeling in this Five of Cups energy, right? And releasing that. Taking this leap of faith could very well be a part of healing the past, where when you did and you felt like you didn't get caught, right? You felt like you were kind of just let to fall, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's like an energy of, like I said, you're not in that place anymore. You're not even in that same timeline. You're not even in that same frequency, right? And it's important that you release this energy. And I feel like maybe even moving forward on this is going to help you do that, right? They say do it scared. People say that all the time. Collective, you may just have to do something scared, okay? And those things, when you're doing something scared, those things typically turn out the coolest, right? The craziest. They turn into life altering experiences. And okay, and so for some reason, they're reminding me of this. Okay, so there was this girl on TikTok, and I actually just saw this video yesterday, and I don't know, it's randomly coming out here, but so she was, her name is Jules, I think. She's the one that went viral for saying, very demure, very mindful, very, very cutesy, right? And that changed her whole life. But the thing is here's what happened, is and I didn't know this story, but she had been working online, right? Like, trying to go viral and get her videos out there, whatever, like trying to become an influencer or something for years, right? And then she decided that she would go back to work, okay, because it wasn't working out. She went back to work, and she just happened to go out on her lunch break. She was having a bad day, right? And she just recorded that video by chance, and boom, in an instant, changed her whole life. And this is the example that they're giving here, right? Is like literally, like, I don't know what this is, but it feels like this full moon is like closing out the cycle that kept those almost like what seemed like a failure to you, that kept those kind of maybe recreating. It's like that cycle is closing, and now you're stepping into this energy that just fucking radiates success, right? Like, yeah. I'm so glad this message is not about that sneaky energy. This is a beautiful message. So whatever this is, okay, like literally, it could be going back to the gym. It could be restarting that diet. It could be quitting smoking. It could be, posting on social media. It could be, I don't know. It could be starting a business. It could be applying for that job. It could be, I don't know, reaching out to that person, or, I really don't know. For all of you, this is going to be different. It could be maybe you want to like start, getting yourself in different environments or something, right? And maybe there's like some sort of classes that you've been wanting to take, but like because there's nobody that's going to go with you, right? Like maybe you're a little worried. Do it, go by yourself. Okay? Go by yourself because there's probably a friend there who has a lot of similar interests, right? You guys are at this class, just I don't know. It could be big, it could be small. But this full moon is helping you to release any type of pain from the past that has been keeping you from moving forward out of a space of just wanting to protect your heart, wanting to protect yourself here. Shoo-wee. Look, Ace of Swords. Bow. Yeah. All right. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys could see. Look how cute him is. Look how cute my boy is. Can you see him? Oh my gosh. Hold on, let's move it down just a wee bit. Obsessed. He is so cute. Okay. I'm gonna take a little nap. Sorry. Sorry for the interruption. It just wanna, gosh. Okay, last shuffle. Sorry about that. All right, let's see what else it is that you need to know. I feel like when I pull this deck out, we may be switching gears a little bit here, but what a cool message. Yeah, conflict. Knew it. Okay, but this could also be that internal conflict, right? It's like, you could be really just like fighting yourself on this for some of you, right? Or, I don't know. What's this conflict? Because I just keep hearing, but what if, and what if I come find you and thump you on your head? You know what I mean? What if that? I feel like that was my grandmother speaking to all of you. There's a lot of like... Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Hmm. For some of you, there's a connection. There was some sort of passing recently, and I feel like there's like conflict within relationships, maybe within the family or something, but it has to do with money. And I hate that because that seems to always happen. No, I don't want to say always, but it happens a lot in families when people pass away and then there's like this conflict and this, animosity and shit like that. Some of you need to know that like there is some sort of something like that is happening. I don't know if you're involved or not, but also, too, though, your ancestors are, again, putting to rest this, yeah, putting this to rest. And this could definitely be this internal conflict, right? You know, some of that, you know, emotion here that you like that programming of like, you know, just basically on whatever it is that you're not wanting to do. I feel like however that kind of showed up for you, right? Like this, you know, kind of this energy of, I kind of want to say, like it says abuse, but it's almost like just the way that I feel like there's some sort of animosity on the way that you were like around how you've been treated in the past. Okay. And I think that that is really important to release as well. If there's any like built up anger here. But I really feel like, you know, again, with the ancestors in this transition, it's like your ancestors are absolutely involved in helping you to release this. Excuse me. So, and I feel like that's where they're coming through of like, will you just do it or just listen or just, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just, yeah, because it's almost like, you know, they feel like you're keeping yourself in a position that you don't need to be kept in here anymore. But yeah, there's some sort of something about money, courthouse, and actual money in courthouse. What is this? Huh. Yeah, there's something about like something, you know, changing someone here. But I also feel like, too, there's an energy of like some sort of court being confused about a healer as well. So, like, if you're in some sort of involved in some sort of court case for whatever reason, I feel like huh. But I'm really picking up on an energy where it's like there could have been like this healer here, right? That changed. There's something that has to do with money, and there's and maybe even some sort of like court case that's it's changed somebody. Tell me more about this. Yeah, because evil eye. Mm. So somebody's like thoughts and their projections are being returned. So I don't know if like somebody was like, when you're in court with somebody, right? Especially depending on the situation, it feels like this person, they had some sort of like, um, whether they realized it or not, but they were doing some sort of like evil eye, some sort of negative thoughts or some sort of, you know what I mean? Or speaking about somebody in a negative way, or I don't know, but it feels like through this court, right? That's kind of where this energy rose, okay? And it feels like it's changing them because it's like it's because it's like being returned here. So all of those like projections, those thoughts and things like that are that evil is being returned here. And so yeah, somebody is um, changing, or they have changed into these ideals that they had about you, or they had about somebody else. I don't know where you are in this collective. I don't know where you are. Oh man. What? Somebody try to do some sort of death magic on a divine masculine here. What's new? What's new? Hey, but listen, I feel like there's some sort of unexpected money coming your way here. Or, yeah, you may get some sort of message about some sort of unexpected money, or somebody's getting a message about, hmm, tell me about this message. Goodness, Smelly. Mm. There could be a karmic feminine energy that I feel like they maybe trusted somebody and told them some shit. Bad idea. Because for some reason I feel like that's being exposed. But I feel like somebody was trying to keep your hands tied in order for you to not receive some sort of abundance here. This has changed someone. Literally, it's changed them. And you may see this, you may realize this. I don't know. I feel like it might be upsetting for some of you where you like recognize and realize that there's something, yeah, because there's something that's being returned here. Yeah. You're in an unbothered earth angel kind of enamor type of energy, like just really loving life. You know what I mean? I feel like that's where you're at. You know, and it's not to say that life is perfect, but I feel like you brought yourself to a peaceful place. Yeah. And I think this person, there's somebody that's concerned here, maybe even a couple people that are concerned because, like I said, they're experiencing change, and you're kind of in this energy here. Somebody may even lose their job. Somebody might have created some sort of like false statements or like medical something or other. Um, because they created some sort of, they signed their name off. So say this is like a doctor that was paid off to like give some sort of like false something, or like a psychiatrist, or like a false report that would um make you look some type of way. They're going to lose their job because either it's like exposed that they falsified some sort of like document, right, like a legal document, or um they said, or they're just going to be proven to be like not fit because their diagnosis or whatever was incorrect or something like that. That seems a little, I don't know, but yeah. So yeah, collective, you may see this, right? You may get some sort of, you may get like wind of this, you may hear about this, but I don't know if this is your family or somebody else's family or where you're involved in this. I feel like, yeah, because we have single, sexy, and successful here, and then we have family and abandonment. I feel like you're not. I don't think you're involved here. I don't think you're, you know what I mean? But it's possibly turned a lot of people against each other, or there's definitely at least one person that's changed quite a bit here because of this. And for some, whatever, for whatever reason, this person could be tied into that, that wound that is keeping you from taking this leap of faith, right? And the minute that you heal this wound, right, it all comes crashing down. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I feel like this is tied in together somehow. If that second part like resonates with you, and there doesn't necessarily have to be court or money involved, but I feel like there's an energy. It feels like, this person could be, um, some, you know, one that needs to be confused here. This could also just be like spiritual court. You know what I mean? If it's not like real, you know, but there, I will say money has done something to somebody, changed them here. Okay. Um, in a big way is what I just heard. And I hate that. I hate that. Because what the fuck? Anyways, all right, let's get some final messages on this. Yeah, I feel like whoever that is, or like again, if you're involved in like that other situation, it does feel like it's like ending this cycle is important to kind of receiving whatever, you know, to balancing out the scales, whether it be that you were meant to like receive a bunch of money or it just meant to like, you know, this energy to go back to where it came from. You know what I mean? Or something like that here. Hmm. All right, final messages. Mm-hmm. Yeah, these people, again, Ten of Pentacles, that's definitely family energy here with the Four of Wands in reverse. They're losing some sort of stability here. I honestly feel like that could have been what they desired for you. But what's this Nine of Swords? Yeah, this is like a group of people, it feels like. Two of Swords. Yeah, I feel like there's an unexpected message coming. This message, though, may come through the divine. Okay, it may be a and this may seem like it's like the holy grail, right? Like of I don't know what this is, but it feels like it's a surprise, you know, kind of surprises you or it's unexpected. Um, but this feels like it's like it's like maybe you've been looking for whatever programming or something like that or whatever it is that's keeping you in a certain, you know, keeping you from moving forward or keeping you in a, you know, um, and I feel like you get that. I feel like you get that information. And I feel like whoever brings you this message definitely helps you release this. I also feel like it helps to release any type of like confusion or just like uncertainty about like a direction or who you are or uh, what you want to do here. Yeah, these are like people that will they do something and then they watch to see if it works. But whatever, it's like I feel like I keep hearing the Holy Grail. Whatever it is that you are working through at this time, I feel like it's a big thing. And for some reason there's like been it's almost like been hidden or something like that here. Yeah. But yeah, again, we have this is like this yeah, look, the Five of Cups, and then that was the World and the Death card. It's just whoever, I feel like there's somebody or a group of people in particular that at one point had you in a position of, feeling abandoned, sad, left out, something like that here. Okay. But I feel like you've been healing this. And it just feels like somehow there's money involved. I don't know how. That may not be for everyone because it seems like, and it could just be that, like, if it's not the money that changed these people, it's like the things that they started doing, or maybe they could have even been doing them, while you're around. But it's like there's this energy of like you kind of walking away from these people, and since then, you don't know the kind of craziness that they've been into, but the divine does. And I feel like there's one particular connection within this that I feel you're releasing. This is like, again, it's like the holy grail that is going to kind of really change some things here for you. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Anywho, it's all in all, fantastic message. But for some reason, it feels like it's hidden. Like when we're talking about like this, like, I feel like predominantly we're talking about forgiving someone. Um, and for some reason, it feels like it's almost like this energy of like you may have been kind of like running into this wall, right? And you could have been like searching like, what inside me has built this wall that I keep running into. You know what I mean? Like what is it? And it's almost like this energy of first of all, I feel like divine timing is definitely important here, but also it's like something is going to be brought to your attention, or and I think that it's like whatever this is, it may have you may notice that after you release this that it had a larger impact on you than you thought. But again, I also feel like whatever this is, it feels like the last string that they have like energetically attached to you. And you know, when there is a group of people that are doing things to you, or you know, whatever it may be, you know, and if they are under, if there's an energetic attachment, there may be, you know, they may kind of have access to this like umbrella to safety of their own, you know, karma, because you know, in order to protect you. And I feel like this is like the last straw. It's the last cord. And so by releasing this, right, by letting this go, it's almost like this energy of you know, well, now all everything is fair game. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you have released it, and so now you're no longer attached to these people, and now it's like, you know, now karma gets to come on through, is what it feels like. It feels like there's, you know, a lot of projections are being returned in some type of way. But, anyways. So the I don't know what Doma cord cutting is, but I'll tell you the most powerful cord cutting that I've experienced, and this is just my own personal experience, is literal forgiveness. That'll cut a cord any day, and it'll keep it cut, right? There won't be any more triggers that reestablish this energetic cord. There won't be anything like that. It like literally just boom, it ends the karmic cycle. It's done. It's over with. Out of here. So, Nat, when I have a hard time forgiving someone because, like, especially if they're obviously like they're an adult and it's like, you're just a, you're just a, you know what I mean? Like, I always connect with their inner child. Like, I set an intention to like have my inner child and their inner child come together, and then I forgive their inner child. I connect with and I relate to their inner child. I understand, you know, I give them an opportunity to explain to me what happened to them when they were young that made them just that, right? And I sympathize with them, and then I kind of understand, you know, I can understand how, you know, something had kind of grown, right? And then I forgive them as a child, and that helps immensely. um well, and you are forgiving them, absolutely, but it is having it's moving from a place of understanding, and that's where it's you're able to forgive more freely. But yeah, there's been plenty of people where you're welcome, where I've had to check in with their inner child rather than seeing them face to face, you know, in this in their grown state. Yeah. And it's very effective. And there's lots of like ways to cord cut too. Aside from, but I have found when I just am, usually in the past that's what I would do, and I'd call on Archangel Michael. And I'm not demeaning this at all, and I'm not. It works, right? But I would find that energetic cord would kind of, it'd make itself present again because I still hadn't forgiven that person. And there are lots of people that will tell you, you know what I mean, um, that literally like forgiveness is the key to ending a karmic cycle. Like that is how you get out. That's how you stop karma. Like that's how, you know what I mean? Like that's how you, Dolores Cannon always said that, and for a long time I didn't, I was still doing trauma spotting and stuff like that. But then, it kind of really hit me the other day when I was doing some shadow work and stuff. I was like, oh shit, like duh. Definitely, Shelley. Yeah. For example, the other day it was forgiving my stepmom, and that's been something that has been hard for me. But her brother that had passed away when I was very young, he came to me, and he would, and it was crazy. Uh, not crazy because he came to me, but it was just kind of crazy emotional. And he asked me to forgive her, right? Like he was like, please. And I was like, I've been trying. Like, like, trust me. um, I want to forgive her just as much as you want me to, right? And then, and that's when, and I've told people this many times before, and so I don't know why it didn't hit on me, but, that's when he brought out her, as a child, and yeah, we had a nice little conversation, and I was able to, understand our major differences that caused. The way that she acted as an adult, as an emotionally imbalanced and immature adult, and and you know that was a big one for me, right? And I didn't realize how big it was. I didn't realize how heavy it was. Chris, Shelly. And I don't know how I didn't realize that because, looking back now, she did the most projecting. You know what I mean? So crazy how I just missed that over. But it was probably in divine timing. You know what I mean? Oh, Maui's on duty. Sorry if he bars. Oh, thanks, Antoinette. You're so sweet. I think, Holly, um, I understand your position for sure. I think as you continue on this journey, you might reach a place where maybe you can do that. But also just know that where you're at now and how you feel now about the situation is valid. And it is okay to feel that way. And you're right where you're supposed to be. But don't don't lose faith in the fact that you and don't let me tell you what to do, but I don't feel like I'm telling you what to do. I feel like, as from my own experience, there were, different times and situations where I felt the same. And over time, I have brought myself to a place of like, you know, you continue to raise your consciousness, and so you can observe from, different perspectives and things like that. So, this is not to invalidate how you feel at all. Actually, it is to more so validate how you feel, and that you are, you're entitled to feel that way. Oh, forgiving is definitely for us. Definitely not for them. Because also, too, holding on to that resentment is not hurting them at all. You know what I mean? It's hurting you more than anything. And just always keep in mind too, right? Especially when there are other people involved, and you're kind of in a situation where maybe you're an outsider looking in and you're like, I just don't understand how somebody could treat somebody else that way. Always remember, just as you signed up for certain experiences to help on your own soul's growth, so did everyone else that's here, right? So while it doesn't make it any less sad or any less disappointing or anything like that, or like, it doesn't pull on your heartstrings any less, always keep in mind that just like you, we all signed up for our own experiences, for our own self growth, our own soul's growth. And so that may be helpful too when you're like, looking from the outside in and recognizing and realizing, like, I really really hate that you're experiencing this right now, right? Or that you experienced this in the past or whatever. But also, I understand, especially from my own experience, I know that you chose that because you want to heal from that, you want to grow from that. And keeping that in mind always makes it a little bit easier as well. Yeah, Shelley. It was actually Theo Vaughn that said this. Um, what did he say? How do you say it? He said, "We're all just kids that are getting older and trying to figure it out as we go. You know, we're all just kids that are getting older and trying to figure it out," or something like that. I was like, "Yeah, that's very true." Yeah, Mary, that was not my case. That was that was not my case. You know all the Disney movies with stepmothers, you can just plug me in, right? You know what I But I understand, right? I get it. Um, hurt people hurt people. That's it, you know? Oh yeah. No, you definitely don't have to take anybody back after forgiveness. It's a self thing, right? You know, I've done a lot of forgiving in my life, and never once have I, especially over the last couple of years, and never once have I taken time to reach out to somebody and be like, "Hey, I've forgiven you. Let's can we work this out?" No. No, I just keep that to myself. And I just, we just keep on moving. That one thing that I really like to do on full moons is was really anytime. It's just one of my favorite things to do. And it makes me feel closer to the divine because I just tap in and I'm just kind of, but I like to make the stove potions, right? Like, put different fruit and different herbs in it and set intentions and kind of really pray over it. And then, once you get it heated, like, warmed up to where it's like simmering, right? And then it's like kind of smoldering. I like to walk around the house. I like to do a lot of anointing on my house, a lot of praying over my house, my children, obviously, and animals and things like that. And, but yeah, that's something that I like to do. It's kind of fun. So, Blanche, that's just a situation where I feel like it's one person at a time. And again, going back to that, if you have a hard time being able to, look at them as an adult, my biggest trick is to bring in their inner child and discuss with them, get out bring out your inner child and kind of have them have a meeting. Especially because children are also way easier to forgive, right? Not only are they easier to actually forgive, but also they're much more forgiving. Um, but yeah, swing on the swings, that's fun. Play therapy, absolutely. Or like, yeah, like whatever. I like to think about like, some of my favorite things when I was a kid. And I've really been kind of tapping into those. The kids and I have been making things out of clay and kind of getting arts and crafty over here. Definitely, Shelley. Your grandchildren push you on the swings. Yeah, I don't know. The other day I was just at the dollar store and saw this thing of clay, and I was like, that looks like fun. So we've been making little things and then drying them out. I love swinging. You guys are talking about swinging. I love swinging, but it's like it makes me sick to my stomach now. Mary, I agree. Trauma spotting, it's a healing modality, Nat. You can actually check out yesterday's. There's a reading that was done on the live tab. It says live readings for donation and trauma spotting. We did trauma spotting first. So I explain it there, and then actually we do it if you want to experience it or whatever. But definitely check it out if you're interested. But it's yeah, it's really good. It's a good one. I would say foolproof. Uh, it certainly changed my life from the inside out. And there's so many ways to heal, and people heal in all different ways. And, so it's not for everyone, but I think that there is probably it's helpful in a lot of different instances. So you're welcome, Blanche. Aw, Mary. Good. That's the point. I love that, Shelley. That sounds good, Tonya. Oh, ow. Jasper's going crazy. He's going crazy. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to jump and get some stuff done and maybe hopefully come back on again today. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But I love you guys. I love you very, very much. And what should I call this reading? I don't even remember. Oh, I got it. But yeah. Anyways, guys. There you go. I love you so much. I hope you have a fantastic day. Maybe I'll be on for some live readings in a little bit. You just never can tell. You never can tell. But I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. We'll talk later. The bestest, bitchinest, fullest, beaverest moon ever. Yes, Shelly. I love you guys.